Do you ever just want to blow stuff up? I do, all the time, and it's like an itch that I can't ever seem to scratch. I recently just downloaded my survival server onto a creative world and wanted to blow that up. Oh, that was so satisfying. I mean, just look at how much lag you can pack into this bad boy. And don't even get me started on these villagers.
It crashed.
It crashed.
It crashed. Dang.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Dylan D. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little intro clip there. It was supposed to be much longer, more sales pitchy and everything like that. But then of course it definitely just crashed on me. My single player world, the creative world that I had downloaded, it just straight crashed. But no, as far as that's today, we have the horizontal nuke, two directional, and the two directional vertical nuke. Can go up and down, and then of course that one can go left, right, and other side to side, and whichever way you want, north, south, east, and west. But yeah, no, as far as that, I'm going to teach you how to build these things today. Each design has 200 TNT minecarts in them. And what you saw in the beginning video there was the 1000 minecart version. Looks exactly the same, except that there is 1000 minecarts in it. But yeah, as far as that, without further ado, might as well just jump into today's video. And to do that, I will show you how to use these machines here before we jump into the tutorial. So if you update this observer here, it will fly that direction. If you update this observer, it will fly that direction. Obviously until it hits something and explodes. We want to destroy this giant glass wall here. It's actually a pretty thick block by updating this observer. Perfect. So then it's going to send it off until it, of course, hits that wall, and then it will detonate like a nuke, sending TNT minecarts just absolutely everywhere. Yeah, let's check that out. Looks like it was a little too close, but no worries there. In which, actually, we can just go ahead and spawn in another vertical launching one, and then I can show you that way. We'll go up here and do it. All right, perfect. So we went ahead and got another one all nice and spawned in, and this one's just as easy to use if I can find the right side. So it's right here. Obviously, your two observers again. This one is going to send it down, and then this one will send it upwards. So what we want to do there, of course, is update this observer to start sending it down towards this. There you see. And of course, once it hits something, it will trigger that TNT. That's why it's on a piece of glass. Then it will explode. Yeah, I ate straight through that. Easy peasy. And honestly, if you really want to test it out, the full scale of this destruction can really be seen in an actual Minecraft world, not like a super flat world. This is just mental. I think this is about like 4 or 5 of the 1000 TNT nukes. But yeah, anyway. The last cool thing about these machines here is actually the idea, the concept of how I came up with them. It really just came down to like, hey, you know, we're putting hopper minecarts in blocks. Like, can we put TNT minecarts in blocks and actually move them around? And, you know, the easy answer is very much yes. Like, that's great. There's 100 TNT minecarts right there, and they're all just inside of a slime block. But yeah, same thing over here. There's 100 right there, and that slime block, and then another 100 inside, like this side of it's crazy. Yeah, no, I just think it was just such a crazy idea. It came to me out of nowhere. But yeah, no, is this the smallest? I don't know. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments there if, you know, if this is the smallest you've seen as far as a nuke, as far as damage wise even. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's tutorial finally. All right, so for this build, you will need 4 observer, 10 slime blocks, 4 sticky piston, 6 TNT, and 2 glass of choice. in which you'll also need some temporary blocks here, in which one temporary piston and one redstone block just to push in the slime blocks over the TNT minecarts. You also need one rail just to, of course, place the TNT minecarts. You'll also just break the rail after that, so you can just need one. In which the standard version of the TNT nuke there has 200 TNT minecarts. There's 100 on each side. For this tutorial, of course, I'll just probably place a few or so. But yeah, however many of these you want on each side, definitely try to make it even. And then some fire charges to set it off. But yeah, once you have all that, you're ready to start building the horizontal nuke. Alright, so when you got all your materials ready to go, we're going to start it off with a sticky piston. This sticky piston is about 3 blocks above the ground, about all you need there to have proper space. Knowing that, obviously the nuke is two directional, but we'll be obviously building it to either fire towards the glass wall or backwards direction. But yeah, knowing that, grabbing slime blocks, you want one here and then one diagonally down from it. Next up, you can grab your TNT. You want to place 2 blocks just like this. Grab your rails here. Now, the standard version has 100 TNT minecarts on each side, but for the tutorial's sake, I'm just going to place a few on each side here. Alright, perfect. So then you want to make sure to break that rail, very important there. Bring another independent slime block up this way, and then you can place a temporary piston like this, and the redstone block is just to push it in. Perfect. Now, once you have that, you can get rid of that. 2 slime blocks there, TNT on the top, and then you want a piece of glass right there underneath that TNT. Next, we can grab our sticky pistons again. We want 2 just like so. From here, we also would like a server facing upward. Then we can grab our slime blocks. We want 2 coming out of that sticky piston. We can grab our TNT again, placing 2 just like so. And then we also want to do the same thing over here, our TNT minecarts. Now again, it'll be 100 on each side, but for the tutorial's sake, I'm just going to place about like 25. Perfect. I'm going to also break that rail, very important, or it'll blow up this whole area, pushing it off. Grabbing our temporary piston, we want to go ahead and place it right here, and then grab a redstone block, pushing that slime block in there. Next up, we can grab our slime blocks here. You want to place 2 just like so. Grab a sticky piston, place it so it's facing that way. Grab an observer, we can place it just like so. And you want to grab another piece of TNT, place it there. And of course that piece of glass just like so. Now you want to grab a temporary block because we're going to place the last observers in the overall build. Temporary block goes there, just like so. And we want to have that face straight down just like that, just so we don't ignite any. Next we can place that there, and a observer facing straight down, and then just remove that temporary block. And then you should be all good to go, done and ready. In which, taking a good look, yep, go. So to pilot it, or to set it off, you want to update this observer to send it that way, and then this observer behind us. So we want to blow up this glass wall, so we'll update this observer there. It will start its journey towards the end. Just made it and it's already over. But yeah, once this blows up, we'll get to the tutorial for the next one. Alright, so to build the up and down nuke, you will need 4 observers, 7 slime blocks, 4 sticky pistons. The actual build will need an actual piston this time as well. You'll need 2 TNT block and then just 1 piece of glass of choice. Next up, you'll also need a temporary piston and redstone block, of course, to push in those slime blocks over your TNT minecarts. Also 1 rail that you can place your TNT minecarts, but of course you'll break it, so you should only need 1. The standard version has 200 TNT minecarts, 100 on each side, but of course that's up to you, however many you want to put in there. And then of course a fire charge or some other way to update your machine. But yeah, once you have all of that, you are ready to start building your up and down vertical nuke. Alright, so when you're ready to build the up and down facing mini nuke, you want to go ahead and start with a downwards facing sticky piston. From here, we will grab our sticky pistons again, and we're going to place one right next to it facing straight up. From here, we'll go right back down to the bottom, placing a slime block there, and then another slime block just like so. Grabbing our TNT blocks, we'll go ahead and place one out, just as far as a barrier for our TNT minecarts. We'll place a rail right there, and then we want 100 TNT minecarts right here, but of course I'll just place about like 25 for the tutorial. Perfect. Now once you're satisfied, you can go ahead and break that rail there. Make sure to, obviously again, it's very important. Temporary piston. Redstone block. Go ahead and move that in, and then you can get rid of everything else. Now from here, we're going to place a piece of glass, just like so. And then we're going to come around this way, and we're going to place a piston right underneath this slime block. Now we can place an observer, temporary block right there actually, then an observer right on top of it, just like so. Now once you have this, we can grab our sticky pistons again, placing one right here, and then we also want one more observer facing this way. Now you should be looking at something that looks like this. We're going to grab our slime blocks again, placing one right here. We want a temporary block right there, so we can place an observer like so. In which we can go ahead and grab our rails, place one right here, and then you want another 100 TNT minecarts right here. Now when you're satisfied with how many you have, break the rail. Then you can grab your slime blocks. You want one right here. Grab a temporary piston. Face it into that slime block. And then you can grab a redstone block and push it in there. Perfect. Grabbing your slime blocks again, you want one here and then one right here. As this machine is moving upwards, if it crashes into something, this observer will be pushed up one more time, and then it will update this block and it will ignite this piece of TNT set on the top there. Now if it was going down, we're going to need a sticky piston right here that will push this observer that's facing directly into this sticky piston straight down into this block, updating this piece of TNT to explode. Yeah, once you're looking at all of this, you are all done with your downwards facing nuke. So let's go ahead and set it off. Of course, this observer will send it down, and then that observer will send it up. Went straight through it. That's crazy. But that's going to do it for today's video, you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed it. As far as that, there's one last little thing here, of course. The world download will come with the ability to obviously generate these structures in with the structure block. Since there's, of course, a part of it there, what we can go ahead and do is I can actually show you how to use them. So it's actually really easy. If you want to go ahead and, blow up a ton of stuff, I even have a structure block for the giant blue cube. So yeah, what I'll go ahead and do is we'll come down this way. Let's say you want to do the horizontal nuke. You just right click that, you switch this to load, and then you hit HN, and then you want to make sure that you include your entities and then hit load once. And as you can see, this is where it'll put it. Hit load again, and then it'll put it in there. When you get rid of that structure block, it'll get rid of the lines. And all you have to do is just get rid of your TNT, and this thing is ready to go, whichever way you want to go. If you want the vertical nuke, all you do is set this down and load in VN for vertical nuke. And then we'll include entities again, load up. Cool. Yeah, obsidian, and you are ready to do it. Now, in which the last thing there, actually two more things. If you wanted to go ahead and put in the 1000 one, the 1000 TNT minecart nuke, you place down your structure block, go to load, and then just type in 1000. Make sure your entities are on and prepare for some lag. All right, 1000 TNT minecarts in this one here. Obviously, you'd want to put that over that or load it up. You can even go into like the world downloads. There's some videos on how to move structure blocks structure block structures around in your saves folder and whatnot. So yeah, definitely look into that. That's pretty nice as well. But yeah, this is the 1001, and then of course if you want to summon the giant blue cube, BC in structure block. So I'll face this way, put it here, go to load, type in BC. We don't need entities for this one, and then just hit load. We'll see where it comes in at. I don't want it there. I want it in the ground. That. Load. Turn it. Turn it. Let's do 180 degrees. Yeah, perfect. That's where I want it. Hit load. Boom. There you go. There's a giant glass cube. Fire away. Have fun. But yeah, as far as that, you guys. Oh, back of my head. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found yourself experiencing some sort of joy while watching today's video. But of course, you'll definitely want to subscribe for the next one. The next one's a pretty fun one. Don't want to give anything away there. But again, we're all just building up for that ridiculous build. But yeah, catch you in the next video, you guys. Later, late.